Hi Sagittarius, this is your September 2020 tarot forecast. So this is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So guys, if you're a Sag Venus watching, this is more going to speak to your love, creativity, or romance. For everyone else, for Sag Sun, Moon, Rising, we're looking at your emotional world, your direction ahead for the month. And what you might be interested or what's available to you in the month of September. Obviously, this is a little bit late, so thanks for sticking with me, guys. Look at this. You could be dealing with a Virgo individual. There could be a brand new love with this Virgo individual. You could have some communication with someone who has some Virgo qualities, someone who's stable, introspective, pretty deep. There's a lot of wisdom here. When we see this matched with sort of the Ace of Cups right in the center, you know, this is really kind of a new love, or a very, very, I'd see a new opportunity, a new appreciation. The Ace of Cups really brings this sense of, you know, spiritual advancement as well. I know that the Ace of Wands gets a little bit of credit for that, but I find the Ace of Cups with this overflowing emotional sort of availability, maturity, right? Able to communicate this with the Magician here, Mercury ruled Magician. There could be a lot of communication here regarding love, a new respect for love, just having a lot of overflowing emotions that you can communicate here with an individual, you know, again, probably someone who's mature. Could be an earth sign, definitely Virgo, if not the sign itself, someone who's Virgo related, someone who's in work, service, health. There could be a child involved as well, guys. I do consider the Virgo to be the sign of the parent-child, so there could be something having to do with the child here as well. We'll see if they show up in your reading. Of course, those 3 cards could have been for just one of you. Very special message for one of you. Certainly, if you find your sun reading, if you're a Virgo, if you're a Sagittarius Sun, for example, and you don't find your sun signs resonating, give your moon and rising signs a go, because I find, even for myself, I do look at both my sun and my moon and my rising readings, because I watch other people too. So anyway, let's dive into it here, folks. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for September 2020. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, September 2020. Alright, Sag. Wow, okay, so we have, so there's definitely a child involved. If this isn't a child, guys, I would say that there's just a younger earth sign person. If their Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus isn't an earth sign, I'd be very surprised. If this isn't about a love interest or good news having to do with a creative project here or an actual child, then yeah, I would say that there's strong earth energy here for sure. We have strength. We have some Leo energy here, which is a lot of bravery. It's also a lot of, when this strength doesn't get enough credit, for example, at least I haven't given it enough credit for self-control, right? Strength isn't power over other people or even events. Self-control is the most powerful thing that we have, right? It's the only thing we can control. And then there's this gorgeous Pisces ruled Knight of Cups here with this message of love. So I would say that there's a potent opportunity here around good news regarding a message of love and possibly even a new romance, a relationship, or you know, just sharing a language of love. Someone who's really putting their heart on their sleeve, someone who's offering a lot. Really interesting, guys. Again, we'll see if it shows up in your reading. And then, yeah, the end of something that's really been tormenting you here. So, wow. Sagittarius, it could just be a very exciting month ahead for you. It really is. I'm finding for everyone, especially the last 2 weeks of the month, for each sign, Sagittarius. get out your Celtic cross for you folks. If I keep shuffling here, we're just going to have jumpers. I can feel it. Let's do that. See, look at all those pages. Yeah, so, wow. How nice. A little bit of conflict. Yep, no, that's kind of, wow, how nice is this, guys? So, look, one card with somewhat, very short-lived, I may add, difficult energy. Really, just such a stunning reading. What a beautiful reading for you. What's at the bottom? Look at this, guys. So I just want to mention a lot of majors, both in your reading, and as you saw, I don't edit my videos. You saw just so many majors jump out at the beginning. We had the Hermit. I already forget the other one. You know, in the second pile that jumped out, we had at least one major. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 majors in a 9 reading spread, which is quite remarkable. So there's something really, I would even suggest here, you know, ending with your advice card with a lot of rushing information, some really serious, exciting communication by the end of the month. With this healing energy at the bottom of the deck here, I would say that there are some big, significant, and positive changes for you here. Can't go wrong with the sun, guys. So really stunning. So the basket that your reading sits in, as it were, is the star. So I think it's worth mentioning here that the star is following the tower in the major arcana, and whenever I see the star, I know that something has been upset. I know that something has already been turned on its head, right? But the tower is beautiful this way. The tower is different than the death card, where the death can be like, it can really feel like a loss. The tower is something where you might have even been, waiting for it to leave, waiting for it to end. As I remember that 10 of Swords, okay, that jumped out all by itself there. You know, yeah, the end of something negative, the end of, something that felt like overkill, something where you might have even been living in your head too much, you couldn't sort something out. There is, and Mars rules the tower, so it has collapsed. It has been destroyed. It has been probably burned away now, and then the healing, let the healing commence. So how stunning is this? The star is Aquarius ruled. This is 11th house energy, guys. 11th house energy is electrical currents. It is literally the future. We are in the age of Aquarius right now. Aquarius is brotherhood. It's sisterhood. It is the appreciation for freedom and truth and honesty. And it is a real special uniqueness. I think this is also a really outgoing and interesting to note. Both these cards, we have the sun, not Leo ruled, but the sun is ruled by Leo in astrology. These are actually opposite energies, but they have so much in common. And one of them being is this energy really likes just being out. It's so brave, and it really doesn't think about what other people are thinking about it or her or him or her, if this is a person. This is just someone who is fine with themselves. Very, very unique energy, unique path. But ultimately, when we're looking at the star, we're looking at healing. This is healing. And I also want to mention, before we move on, that this is a major wish, guys. This is a major wish. This is why I'm really excited for your reading today, because the Aquarius under the star in the major is a major wish fulfillment or a wish come true. So let's get into why. We do have a couple of 8s. As I said, we are ending with an 8 and we're beginning with an 8. And I want to mention, for the purposes of numerology as well, that 8 on its side, as you can see, is the infinity symbol. So there could really be a sense of something coming around for you that feels like it's coming back to you, feels like some hard work has paid off. There's a lot of excitement here. Again, it's hard not to see that there isn't a child involved. We have seen a couple of pages here, both with the jumpers and here with, crossed by this, but this is a lot of exciting energy. So the situation is something is being built on solid ground. This is really being good at something, really having a lot of skills and acumen, and you know, the eights, the whole purpose of the Eight of Pentacles is to get to that 10, right? Is to get to that, so your family and your future generations, right? The 10 of Pentacles is about future generations. What legacy are you going to leave behind? You're working really hard on this here. And like I said, with this Page of Wands, it's so exciting. So this is a really energetic, I would say, person, if this is a child or an actual person in your environment, even if they're not younger than you, and they technically could be, even if it's by a day, this is just going to be someone with a lot of, I would say, you know, a lot of youthful energy. But this is loyalty and new beginnings. We saw that Ace of Cups at the very beginning, right? Between those two majors there, the Virgo, and bless my heart, I can't even remember the other one already, but you can go back. But very, very beautiful energy here all the same. So very, very good news, new beginnings, new project, enormous energy, creativity, and I might even add, I don't think the page gets enough credit for passion. There's just a lot of creative passion. There's a lot of possibility here, right? Here at the foundation is a divorce, is possibly a divorce or having to make a cut from something or just telling the truth about something. See here that it's mirrored by the sun, so it's just a revelation. Again, I do think that something has been upset. I do think that Tower, I don't even think you had to do anything about it. I think because we're not seeing the Tower here, by virtue of seeing the star alone, for example, I'm seeing that this was, you know, the demolition of something. If there was a divorce or a breakup or something to that extent, or truth needed to be revealed here, I do think that that was just more by circumstance, really, than by, you know, say a personal or directed effort. I just think that this is sort of just maybe happened or happening, but at the foundation here, something has been revealed, and very possibly a breakup or, you know, a revelation around the truth of a matter. This is a very strong personality, by the way. All the queens are cardinals, so this is Libra. So we have really nice energy here as well. Both Libra and Aquarius are air signs, so there I would say a nice compatibility here as well if you have met someone new, or certainly if you are involved in the same relationship. You have revealed something about yourself, or something has been revealed to shed a lot of light, to open something up here to a source of healing. Now, very interesting to see your recent past and then your near future. As I said, I want to mention as well, Sag, that for the first 2 weeks, really for everybody for the month of September, there are challenges. It's just the nature of the beast for the first couple of weeks, but I'm seeing just overwhelming success here by the last couple of weeks for you, like everyone else for the month. So in your near past, you know, here we have this, I was going to say Scorpio, that's not true. So this is the devil. This is Capricorn ruled, or 10th house. And of course, this is status, right? So this could very well have to do with your marital status, your social status, in the recent past, rather. The devil talks about obsessions and clinging, but I do find a positive spin with the devil card, and that is that you can use an obsession or a sense of, say, fixation for the good, okay? It's almost like just being obsessed with completing a project type thing. If that's the case, it's actually really positive here. It's just going to give you a lot of energy, and it's going to give you the wherewithal to keep climbing until you get what you want. But the temptation card, I mean, the author named it temptation. It's pretty fitting. But there could have been a major temptation here, and it could have caused, like I said, we're dealing with just 2 swords here, and it could have caused a conflict with this type of person or with another woman. I do see a very strong female personality here. I don't see a conflict between 2 women, however. Normally, if I see 2 queens, I'm looking at, ooh, maybe a little bit of scandal, but that's not what I'm seeing here. I do see a very, very strong female presence and very, very feminine presence in the near future here nonetheless. But an argument around, or a dispute, or someone had to lose, someone had to win and lose something here around a major temptation. You know, sometimes what the devil card does to us is it says, what do we really want in our earthly world as well? Because it is an earth sign. So you could have been tempted for something, another type of commitment just make sure that this isn't a trap here, guys. But you know, also, you know, the Lovers would be the highest echelon of the power. It would be like an angelic blessing on a love affair. The Devil is just sort of saying, just make sure that it's not all about, say, the physical, right? Just make sure that it's not all about the physical here. And, you know, and it could be because of this conversation that you have to find out what the other person is made of, find out how you really feel about something. You could have had to do a little bit of soul searching, I might even add here, in the recent past as well. I do find Capricorn can be, it's very serious, right? This is a very serious sign. And while they're interested in pleasure and earthly pleasures, they're also very interested in being responsible, right? So we had that Virgo Hermit jump out at the very beginning. We have this Capricorn ruled Devil here. So lots of, and then, you know, Pentacles over here, right, as the situation for you, building something. So it just looks like you could very well just be building something new that really might have tempted you in a way that you hadn't expected either as well. Oh, guys, moving on, we have how you see yourself. I'm going to leave that there. How you see yourself as a goddess. This is so expressive and so gorgeous, just overflowing with love, overflowing with bounty, overflowing with a sense of peace and joy. And this is just high femininity, right? Just, I mean, it's the opposite of the Emperor, guys. Like this is such strong Venus energy. So how you see yourself as someone who just really has it, like you are aware that you're that in a bag of chips, right? So, and this is nice because you should be feeling this way. I think something is really, whether this is work, love, or otherwise, guys, I really feel like you can feel good about yourself. You can even, you know, take care of your hair, your nails, your body, your clothes, and you can just feel good about that, even if it has nothing to do with anyone else, even if it's not about attracting or pulling someone in or anything. It's just about how you see yourself. You finally, at least in the last couple of weeks here, you're able to see yourself as this sort of like love goddess. It's extremely beautiful. Here in how others see you is someone who is extremely mysterious, but very compelling. So the High Priestess really brings with her a great sense of inner wisdom as well. And it could be a leveling up from this person over here, where, you know, this personality has grown from a revelation, but there's a deep understanding here, guys. There's enormous, you know, self-reliance. This is a very independent, spirited and spiritual type person. I would say that there is something hidden or something that you would seek to know or learn here in terms of how others see you, or people could be interested in you and consider you mysterious. I would say that there could be something behind the scenes here as well. Whenever I see the High Priestess, you know, there is this sense of, there's just something behind the scenes. It's very familiar in a sense to the Magician, right? So its moon energy here is very female orientated, different, right, than the Goddess, but nonetheless, 3 and a 2, very, very, a great deal of positive female energy. And a mystery could be afloat. A mystery in terms of how others see you is someone who is just very, very appealing. Because of the mystery. Not that you're keeping secrets necessarily, but definitely because the mystery itself is attractive. Herein, your hopes and fears is, you know, you're just going to juggle something. It's going to be a small beans, guys. It's not going to take long. It's not even going to be a big deal. But there is going to be a little bit of a juggling situation here, especially near the end of the 3rd to the 4th week of the month, guys. I would just say it's either people, places, or things. When we're dealing with pentacles here, we're dealing with nouns, as I like to say, but this could be a relationship, a job, or even just juggling some, you know, input and output when it comes to expenditure, investments, and that type of thing. But this is nice all the same. I do want to mention as well that there is a very strong association, again here, maybe not in this artwork, but certainly in, you know, Rider-Waite imagery, for example, in the tarot. You know, there's a very strong infinity symbolism here as well. So in my estimation, guys, you have something that could really be involved in a sense of infinity or timelessness, or again, like maybe something's it's hard to say that something's coming back to you that you've already had, because I don't see a reunion card. There's actually really no cups here, which is interesting. We saw that one at the very beginning, that Ace of Cups, so that could just be the love or the source. But in terms of like, you know, actual soulmates, I don't see the Two of Cups here necessarily, but I do see, you know, a really deep sense of infinity. It is rather rare to see a couple of eights come out at once, to be honest with you. So very interesting, really nice kind of, even if it's not someone from your past or coming back from the past or that you've known before or something like that, it could just be someone or something that you are ready for, I guess, is probably the most important way to frame that, because by the time infinity, you know, something that's going to outlast you or something that belonged there before you even recognize it, you know, that's intense stuff. So there could just be, like I said, there could be a major essence of realization, especially. I mean, that sun, like I said, you're dealing with a lot of majors here, but that sun just really, it's powerful stuff, okay? That sun just wipes away all fear, all doubt, all lies, all concealments. It is the epitome of success. So really, really nice here, guys. Like I said, I don't see major challenges for you here. Sorry, a bunch of these just flipped over at once. And I just want one, if possible. Yeah, nothing difficult. Looks like a really nice month ahead for you. So romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this is really nice. I would take a little bit of a leap of faith here as well, especially if you are under the influence of, say, healing energy, or you feel like something's been removed, maybe a weight off your shoulder type thing. Here with playfulness is really important. Again, we're looking at literally children. There could be a childlike sense of wonder here. There could be something brand new, something that makes you feel brand new. But playfulness is so important, really, no matter what it is. It really is just so important to keep that part of ourselves. Here we have the Fates. This really is looking more at something that is beyond explanation. Maybe has to do with timelessness, maybe has to do with another time, maybe has to do with something that you feel you should be doing, maybe something you were born to do, made to do, something like that. So pretty intense. I wouldn't look past this too heavily. We do have some, like I said, some major changes here, some major developments in truth and revelation here. So I feel like you could be coming into your own around a situation. And then the spider just brings with it a sense of, you know, just beware that what you're weaving isn't deceiving, you know, to shorten that up a little. You know, be alert that everything should be on the up and up. Just be open about this. But weaving is occurring. Something is definitely being woven. Something is definitely being formed here in the month. I would say on a really deep, possibly even spiritual, but certainly on a personal development level. I would see something very, very deep and quite profound could be occurring for you this month. So thank you so much for your patience. I know this is late, but thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video for your sign. Bye for now, Sag.